Hello, this is Ken. I like making things. Okay, it feels weird saying my own intro. For those who are familiar with my content, you know that I paint action figures on this channel. I'm currently working on a Gameverse Venom. He's 85% done, but I need a bit more time to do the final touches and I don't want to split the video into two parts again. So I'm going to push it back to next week and do something a little different today. Collecting figures is fun and all, but sometimes they just don't look right without the display. A well-designed display really elevates the figures. And there are some figures that really need their own displays. This is what my current display room looks like. I moved to my current place a few months ago. It wasn't easy packing and moving my beloved figures and handmade displays, but I somehow managed it. You can check out those videos if you want to see how that process went. One of the issues I encountered before was that my old display wall reached the maximum capacity and I couldn't add more displays to it without swapping out some. That is why I didn't go all out with the figures and displays this time. I wanted to make sure there's room for my collection to grow and have the ability to still shuffle things around. For those who saw my old display wall, you would notice that some figures are notably missing, like all my other War Machine figures. But most importantly, my Beast War masterpieces, and my other precious Beast War figures. They are actually in this room. They're just in these boxes over here. I haven't unpacked them yet because I'm scared that they may have not survived the move. And then the reason why I haven't unpacked them is because I want them to be displayed properly. I had them in the glass cabinets before, but I didn't love the way they look. They looked like they were crammed in there. I would much rather have them in a proper display. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing Beast Wars up is because I got the masterpiece rattrap figure. I thought this line was cancelled for some reason. I thought Rhinox was gonna be the last one, so I wasn't really expecting any more Beast War masterpieces. But I'm glad they did rattrap too, because I now have the OG Maximal crew in masterpiece form. I actually made a Beast War display many years ago. In fact, it was one of my earlier displays on this channel. It was Optimus Primal vs Dinobot. I was so pure and naive back then. I just wanted to recreate the iconic battle scene and didn't think how and where to put the display. I was also very confident that the paper would hold their weight. Looking back, it was kinda a miracle that it worked out. It was very beautiful to look at, and those energon crystals were awesome. What didn't work out though was that I did not have the shelf space for it. I ended up putting Optimus and Dinobot back into the glass cabinet. And the display? I had to send it to the void. It was one of the few displays I had to throw away during the move. I did keep the energon crystals though. So what does this have to do with rattrap? Now that I have rattrap, I feel like I can finally build a proper Beast Wars masterpiece display featuring the Maximals. Are you a fan of Beast Wars? Or is it too ancient? It is over a quarter of a century years old now. Let me tell you, this show changed my life, and I'm not exaggerating. This was an era where CGI was still special and groundbreaking. So when I first saw it, I was blown away. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It also didn't help that it features some of the coolest animals on Earth. A raptor, a T-Rex, a cheetah, and a white tiger. On top of that, there are robots and lots of explosions. But what really got me was those transformation sequences. How did they do that? It was cutting-edge, futuristic technology. And that was when I fell in love with 3D animation. You can still see some of that passion today. Those low-poly paper displays I'm making is totally a reflection of the era I was influenced by. Back to the figure. Anytime I see one of these Beast War masterpieces get released, I feel like I'm a kid again. They somehow managed to capture the janky 90s CGI look. It shouldn't be possible to make these characters into actual transformable figures. And they're also to scale with each other in both modes? It's like some sort of dark magic. That said, there is one thing that's changed. I no longer have the patience to transform these figures back and forth anymore. The toys were so fun to transform back in the day, but it's just not the same with these masterpieces. Were the instructions this confusing before, or am I just getting old? Or maybe it's because these guys are too costly to mess up. I don't want to accidentally break a piece or two. Anyway, here's Rattrap in his robot form. The transformation wasn't too difficult, but some pieces were confusing to do. I thought I was gonna break them. I'm a little disappointed with the grenades in his arms. I thought they would be bigger, and I swear they were silver in the show. I'm also not a fan of how he holds them here. So I'll display mine with this gun. The other thing is, he's got a heavy backpack and weak ankle joints, making him a bit of a hunchback. Bummer. But overall, he does look pretty good. Let's compare him with the other rattraps. Here's the Generations rattrap. That one was already a huge upgrade from the original. But I personally think this third-party one is even better. The only issue is that he's very small for some reason. But the way he transforms is very similar to the show. I just wish he was a bit bigger. But it's okay, because I have the masterpiece now. And how does this masterpiece look next to his Maximals buddies? Let's find out. It is finally time to take them out of the boxes and see if they survived the move. Oh, I can already see who this one is. It's my childhood favorite, Cheetor. They did a fantastic job capturing his look. The next one is the Boss Monkey, Optimus Primal. I still have the original toy, and I love that toy. This masterpiece is definitely an upgrade, but the OG toy will always have a special place in my heart. Next, Tigatron. This one surprised me, because I was totally expecting this to be the same figure as Cheetor, except bigger. But this Tigatron has its own unique transformation. I think even the weapons are different too, which is really weird. Rhinox. This was the one where I didn't think they could pull off, but they did. The Rhino mode is a little bit meh, but the robot mode is very show accurate. And last but not least, Dinobot. Another one of my favorites. This is another one that shouldn't be able to transform properly, but they somehow figured it out. Alright, here are the Maximals in their masterpiece form. Ah, my childhood is complete. Okay, technically I'm still missing Masterpiece Air Razor, but this one here is honestly pretty good. I'm okay if they never release another Beast War Masterpiece figure again, because this lineup is awesome. I want to make a display for these guys. I'm thinking the interior of the Axelon. I feel like the Maximal base is too iconic not to recreate. I can always just do an outdoor scene with them going against the Predacons. I did save these raw Energon crystals after all, but I think I prefer the Maximal base. I should start planning, because I want to make something really epic. Alright, I'm gonna end today's video here. It is a bit of an odd one, but Venom will be finished by next week, so please look forward to that. Give this video a like and hype, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helped my channel out. And as always, stay inspired and I'll see you soon. I can make it, so can you.